So, unfortunately, my videos are going to be kind of non-edited whatsoever, only for the simple fact of I left my hard drive back home in Atlanta. So I'm having to upload all of my videos using my phone, and obviously I have editing software on my phone, but you know, to keep a ton of footage, you know, I'm basically just going to record what I need and upload it and delete it, because that's the only choice I have. I don't have, you know, my phone's only got like 256 gigabytes on it.
Exit right, then keep left.
So I apologize for that. But anyway, here's the video. Good morning. Johnson's Logic back with another video. It has been a while. It has been quite a while. I hope you guys are having a happy new year. I am just recently getting my month started. So, I mean, I've been out for, I don't know, about a week or so now. But, you know, we're gonna pretend like it hasn't been that long. So, we are heading down. Oh, well, actually, we're already here. We're here in Ontario, heading to my next customer. And can I go? No. Heading to our next customer. And, hold on a second here. To our next customer. Shouldn't be that much of a drive. I'm about roughly an hour away, if that. But yeah, we just been on California the past couple days. First time in California at Landstar, and I don't know, like, I got to California, you know, everybody knows, you know, when you come to California, speed limits 55 statewide for all trucks, trucks with trailers, or anyone towing. It doesn't really affect me that badly. You know what I mean? Like, I think the only difference now is I think when I was at Prime, especially as a company driver, I kind of just did whatever my truck could do, which was 58 at the time. You know, 58, between 58 and 62. But I think coming here to Landstar, because I don't have a governor, like a safety catch, I set the cruise control to 50, you know, 55, 56, so I don't, you know, I don't have to really worry about it. But really not that bad. It's really not as bad as everybody else makes it seem. Am I in the wrong lane? Holy crap, I'm in the wrong lane. Whole time. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get to the point of this video. So, well, I don't even know if I said anything on my last video or not. I can't really remember, but I guess I didn't, because I was Canada. But right before I decided to go home after the holidays there, you know, the Christmas holiday, I ran through Christmas, and then I ran basically to New Year's Day. I got home there the evening of New Year's Eve. And basically from about the December 28th to well, I guess to now, I've had my passenger side headlight assembly for my Volvo. It's already been warranty replaced last May, because it just went out. So thankfully back then it was still under warranty. So, you know, and I got it fixed here, ironically, in Ontario, like right up the street up in Fontana, and got it replaced, fixed warranty. That was when I still had Brian on the truck when I was training at Prime, So we ended up being stuck here in California for a weekend. So I had to get a hotel, get the truck checked in, blah, 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 whatever. So now, for whatever reason, as of like December 28th, 27th, 28th, whatever, so on our headlights, we have low beams, high beams, and daytime running light, as well as our turn signal. So as of like the 27th, for whatever reason, that same headlight assembly, whenever my daytime running lights were supposed to be on, it would switch on my high beams. And after switching on, if you had to use your high beams, it'll switch on your daytime running lights for whatever reason. I'm so glad you did it, friend. And I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out why. I'm like, this is a brand new, basically brand new headlight. I don't understand what the issue is. And so couldn't figure it out and kept, dealing with it. Stopped at a couple TAs. Obviously, TA can't really touch Volvo electronics, so useless. And ended up just kind of dealing with it, just running my low beams day and night. What choice did I have? Because whenever my daytime running lights were running, if I had just had my marker lights on during the daytime, my driver's side daytime running light would be on, but my passenger side high beam would come on. So I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. It's gonna take it to a dealership, but just I kind of just enjoyed my hometown. Figured I'd deal with it when I come back out. So then I try to deal with it when I come back out, and of course, dealerships are full because basically everyone did the same thing I did, which was take basically the first half of January off. So all the shops are full, shops are behind, blah blah whatever. So then I started thinking about it. I'm like, well, okay, well let me find out if where I got the warranty work done here in California, because I knew I was going to book a load out to California. Let me see if they would, warranty it. So I call, and I'm going to get over actually. So I ended up calling and explaining the situation to them. And then, so they pulled up my file and they're like, okay, well, how long ago did we fix it? And I was like, oh, it was May of 2021. They're like, okay, well, you're still within your year. Go ahead and bring it in, and then, we'll make it should be a warranty, but we gotta bring it in, check it out, blah blah whatever. I'm like, okay. So the whole, basically from the time I left Atlanta, well, there's a story in that, but that's gonna be another video of actually going from Atlanta to Cali. But basically left Atlanta, finally get out here to Cali, communicating with the shop, letting them know, roughly what day I'm gonna be here. Talking to the same service tech, because I happened to find his business card that he gave me back in May, here in my truck when I was going through everything and making sure it's all clean and stuff. I ended up finding his business card, so I had a direct contact. He remembered me. He knew, he remembered the truck, surprisingly. He's like, yeah, I remember you guys, is it the same headlight? I'm like, yeah, it's the same headlight. They're like, okay, well, and see, this is what's irritating about Volvo, is that distance alert. It's like, if I'm doing 55, 54, and that car in front of me is doing 53 and a half, I have plenty of distance here, but it'll go off anyway, just because I'm going, 0.1 miles per hour faster than he is. That's so annoying. So it's like a truck length and a half in between. Anyway, so yeah, I get down here, communicate with the shop, like I for example, I got down here Monday, I think I got down here Monday. They're like, okay, no, I'm sorry, I got here Tuesday. Yeah, I got here Tuesday, and he was like, well, is it possible you can bring it in Monday at 7 a.m.? And I was like, yeah, I can be there at 7 a.m., that's no problem. And so, I roll in at 7 a.m., constant communication. We'll be able to get you in same day, don't worry about it. here at 7 a.m. You'll be the first one checked in. We can pull you straight in. I'm like, okay, great. So, my word. That's why people get irritated behind me, because now I'm the guy doing 48 and a 55. Anyway, so, what was I saying? Communication, straight in, blah blah, whatever, right? So I get in there, you know, I check in because the guy, my service contact, didn't come in until 9 that day. So I had to talk to some other guy, but he, you know, he told him that, you know, hey, this guy's coming in, you know, he's going to get some work done, obviously. But that guy was like not hearing it, basically, you know what I mean? So I get down there and checking in. He's like, yeah, you know, are you gonna leave the truck with us? And I was like, well, no, I was gonna stay with it because I've been talking to, you know, this guy, and he's saying that he, you know, you guys will be able to check me straight in. You know, it should only take a couple hours. I'm just gonna sit here and wait on it. And he's like, oh no, that's not happening. And he was like, well, it should be happening because I've been communicating with your service, you know, with this service tech for a week. Like every business day I've been talking to this guy, and everyone knows I'm supposed to be coming in today. It's 6:45, you know, or 6, I think it was like 6:52. I'm like, I'm supposed to, you know, they're supposed to pull me straight in and check it out. They're like, oh yeah, I mean, if we can go ahead and get you checked in and get it, you know, get you on the list, you know, we should be able to pull it in by tomorrow. And I'm like, I don't have tomorrow. I have an entire situation going on. Like I need my truck back today, or even if it is tomorrow, like I'll need the truck back tomorrow. And he's like, well, what's going on with it? I'm like, it's a warranty fix. You guys replaced my headlight. It's malfunctioning. It's literally a warranty fix. I've already called the parts counter. Your parts department has the part that I need. I literally just need to check it in and get this fixed. Like literally, that's it. He's like, oh, okay, well, I mean, you know, if you leave it with us today, we could possibly get it back to you by Friday. I'm like, I need my truck Friday. That's too late. There's a whole purpose of me communicating with you about dropping it off today, which was Wednesday. He was like, yeah, you know, it's not really anything we do. I was like, you know what? Okay, let me call my not my contact at the dealership, but my contact for Landstar, the agent. That's what I was trying to say. Let me call the agent. Let me see what he wants me to do, because I can't continue to leave my trailer unattended because I had the bobtail over there. But then two, like I need my truck. Like I have to work on Friday. Like I need my truck Friday, and you can't guarantee I'll have my truck back Friday. He was like, no. I was like, okay. So I call the agent, let him know the situation that's going on, and he's like, you know, does the light work? And I'm like, yeah, it does work. You know, it just has that malfunction. And let's see, just has that malfunction going on. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
Continue on route.
And he was like, well, you know, is it something that you can just wait to get looked at till after you're done with the load? And I'm like, well, yes. You know, it's just gonna cost me to have to sit in California for the weekend. You know, basically I'll be here for a week, and this is the only load I have booked. You know, because originally I was gonna get it fixed and then book a load, you know, Friday or today to go back out, or Saturday, you know, whatever the case may be. Whenever I decided I was ready to leave California, then that's what I was gonna do, right? So ended up just taking my truck back to my trailer. I'm like, you know, don't worry about it. Like, obviously it's a miscommunication. I don't know what's going on here, but whatever. So I ended up going back over to the Petro in Ontario, you know, the one that everybody parks at. And I ended up parking, and then, you know, me being me, I opened up my hood to see if I can mess with it a little bit. Well, luckily for me, there was another Landstar BCO there. And, you know, he walked up, was like, hey, you know, what's going on? And I was like, yeah, I got something going on with my light. Like, the light works, the lights come on. It's just the function is different. So, you know, we're in there checking fuses, relays, make sure you've gotten power to everything. And everything checked out. It's just that, you know, somehow those functions are backwards. And so he's like, well, you know, is it under warranty? I'm like, it's a limited warranty at this dealership, you know, down the road, but they can, you know, they're basically saying that they're gonna hold my truck until, because they don't know when they can get to it. And there's like, so he's like, okay, well, you know, is the truck still under warranty? I'm like, well, no, I mean, it's under my extended warranty, but no. He's like, okay, well, I'm looking at one of your wires and I can see where it rubbed and I can show green. You know, it looks kind of green. I was like, okay, I don't, you know, like I can do fixes, but if you start to explain something to me, I don't know what that means, you know what I mean? So he's like, well, green is a sign of copper getting wet, and basically it's copper rusting. And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, you know, you can open up this wiring harness and, you know, figure out if there's any wire left in it. Come to find out, there wasn't. So somehow water got into the inside the wiring harness that they secured at the dealership, and ended up rusting out the copper wire that was inside of that tubing, which was, oh my gosh. I don't know why people can think I can stop on a dime. But anyway, ended up looking inside that piece of wire, you know, because it was, I guess it got rubbed open from something. I guess the way that dealership secured it back in May, I guess it just took a while, but eventually it rubbed that part of the wire open, and I guess it rained and water got inside and rotted all the copper wire out of that section. And so what we ended up having to do is cutting that wire open to see where the rest of the wire was, you know, and then we made, you know, had some, you know, pull the two wires closer together and made contact to see if that fixed the issue. Lo and behold, it did. And, you know, my light functioned exactly the way it was supposed to. So open up that little piece of wire, there was no copper left inside of that wire tubing. So that's why it was still working, but that, I guess that particular wire in that group of wires was the function of telling the truck when to turn on the daytime running lights and when to turn on the I-beams. So ended up getting I forgot what he called it. It's basically two open-ended wire things, and you put the loose wires inside and you crimp it down, and then you melt the plastic to where it's secured, something like that. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, he had a whole box of them, and I was like, oh, perfect, you know, can you fix this? He's like, yeah, no problem. And probably it cost me $6 because we had to go inside and buy this something called a shrink tube, basically to waterproof it after the fix. That cost me $6, and I have a spare for, now that I know how to use it, I have a spare for whenever other time I need to use it. So we got it fixed probably 18, 19, 20 minutes, something like that. And I spent $6 instead of, you know, getting it into the shop, you know, and they see that wire got rubbed, and they, you know, they somehow try and blame it on me. That would have been like a $2,000 fix plus 3 to 7 days in the hotel, you know. So this BCO saved me so much money, man. Like I couldn't thank him enough. Like I took him out to dinner, and, you know, just extremely grateful. And he, you know, obviously if it happens again or anything else electrical, something like that, now I know how to fix it myself. So it's like, you know, I saved a bunch of money, I saved hotel fees, I got a free electrical engineering lesson, you know what I mean? and it's just, you know, and then, you know, I try, you know, of course I tried to pay him. He's like, no, man, you know, we gotta look out for each other. Like, he's, man, talk about a lifesaver, you know what I mean? But now, light works perfectly. It's completely waterproof, trust me. So, like, and everything is great. You know, obviously back in my truck now, going to my delivery.
In 2.25 miles, exit right, then keep left.
Going to my delivery now. I can't keep doing this. And it cost me $6. Like, I'm so happy that we had, you know, that we look out for each other like that. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it just because he's another BCO, but I think I'm, you know, sometimes as a community, it may not happen a lot of the times, but I mean, as a community, you know, we look out for each other. Like he didn't, you know, he didn't know me from Adam. You know what I mean? He just walked up, and, you know, it's hard pressed to say that he was just being nosy, but, you know, he walked up, see if I needed help, and I did. And he knew exactly how to help me. You know, it's, oh man, it's just extremely grateful. So, back on the road, back out rolling. Unfortunately, you know, I might just put this in the beginning of the video. Hold on a second. So, that's my story. I see that we're already at the 20-minute mark, and I try not to run over that. Anyway, that's the video. I'm trying to make it that long. So happy to be back and talking to you guys. I look forward to a couple live videos, because obviously I'm gonna have to pick that up more now, because I don't have any footage, you know, any hard drive space for me to save footage. So I'll be doing a couple more lives for the foreseeable future, until I can swing back by the house and pick up my hard drive. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'll try and schedule it as much as I can, but, you know, I'll try and do it at a reasonable time in the evening, afternoon, you know, depending on where you are. But, you know, it'll probably be non-scheduled for the most part, just whenever I have time and either not driving or about to drive, whatever the case may be. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to talking with you guys again. But yeah, so let me go ahead and finish up my day here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Like I always say, guys, if you're thinking, you guys might as well do it live.